On a day-to-day clinical level, I'm already kind of used to looking at things from more than one perspective because I work and have for 11 years worked with 7 other practitioners who don't do what I do. What strikes me is how marginalized these other groups still feel. You know, my co-chair is an acupuncturist, the co-chair of the planning committee for the conference, and she works in a healthcare system. She says, she's the first person to say, I have a very privileged job. But she still feels like she has to prove herself. And I actually get this because even as a holistic practitioner, when I have to interact with my conventional colleagues, at first, I used to have a real chip on my shoulder because I felt like I had to prove myself. You know, I mean, I knew I was a good doc and I knew that what I was doing was right, but I also knew that they thought I was crazy. So I had to, present the science, and I had to make sure that they got that this was all science-based and evidence-based. And at this point, because I've been in practice long enough in my community as a holistic practitioner, and everybody knows, they see the kind of work I'm doing, and I don't feel like I have to defend myself anymore. So I'm past that point personally, but I can definitely understand where these other practitioners are coming from, because if they've never worked in an environment where everybody works together, they still feel like they have to not just sit at the table and say, yeah, this is who I am, but yes, this is who I am. Change is hard. People don't know how to handle each other, and so your first instinct is to be a little defensive. And that's understandable, but they can drop it. They don't need to be defensive.